What up, Kings? Hope you're well. In this video, I want to talk about how people going broke will impact the ad business and your ad campaigns.
Everybody keeps saying it's going to get better. How is it going to get better?
Hey Rad, I'm a teacher and I can barely afford to pay rent with my salary.
You broke in this economy, I don't even blame you.
I am literally broke and it is so frustrating.
I love TikTok, guys. I am not on TikTok. I don't think I'll ever go on TikTok. Okay, maybe I'll create like a business account, but I'll let somebody else manage it because I cannot be on that thing. But what I do love is people who compile all these clips from TikTok and then they publish it on YouTube. And for some of us to watch, it's like a little window into reality. When fake news is busy lying to us, telling us, oh, the stock market just hit an all-time high, gaslighting us, lying. People are struggling.
I make almost twice the federal minimum wage, and I am still thousands of dollars below the poverty line.
I have cut my bills down. I have canceled my cable. We don't turn on the heater, the air conditioner. We turn all the lights off.
We can't trade all our time for money, and this money ain't even getting us by.
I work 40 plus hours a week and I'm still broke. I don't want to work anymore because I'm working every day very hard and I never have money.
By the way, that last clip, so that little clip became viral. It became a meme. Yeah, he's not lying. That used to be 50% of the people before the pandemic. But I think now is about 90% of people who are like that. So if you're running any ad campaigns or you're running brand awareness campaigns, it doesn't matter how many impressions you're going to run to these people. These people are now converting because they're struggling. Yeah, some of them are impulsive shoppers. But do you want to base your entire brand on impulsive shoppers? No, that's a shaky foundation. That's like quicksand. This new economy, this new era that we're shifting into, Kings, requires you to start refining your ad targeting and really defining who your core audience is. Because if you just say, we're going to target men between 18 to 45, or we're just going to target women between 18 to 55, you're playing yourself. 90% of those are not going to convert. In fact, you'll be lucky if you get any conversions if you're running a generic campaign that is not focused on the core audience that actually has the money to spend.
There just isn't enough money anymore.
If a nigga say yo digs, at the age of 36, you're gonna be making over $30 an hour. And you're gonna be struggling. I would have laughed in his fucking face.
Work hard, earn money, live comfortably. That's the dream they sold us. But in reality, people are grinding full time, clocking in every day and still somehow broke. Paychecks disappear before they even land. Rent eats half your income. Groceries feel like a luxury. And no matter how many hours you put in, it's never enough. Let's talk about
Never enough. It's true. He's not lying. In fact, the harder you work, the worse it gets. It's like hustling backwards. Whatever you save today gets wiped out by inflation a month later. What I'm trying to say to you, Kings, is this. Your ad messaging cannot be the same for these people because now we find ourselves in an economy where audiences are more fragmented than ever. It used to be you could break out males 18 to 55 into probably 5 groups. But now you got to break that down into like 50 groups. So your ad messaging has to be different for all these audience segments. You cannot have the same ad creative running across different audience segments anymore. That was the lazy way of doing it. You can't do that anymore. You got to break it down. You have to dig deep now and start to figure out what is it that these people care about. I know amongst a lot of men, especially between the ages of 21 to 65, most of them, if you were to ask most of them, they just want peace, quiet, and freedom. That's what they really want. So is your ad messaging appealing to those 3 things that they like, that they want? If it's not, then you're going to lose out here. So let me show you an example of how you can dissect an audience segment within a larger audience segment and appeal to what they really care about.
I think my journey to van life is probably pretty non-traditional. One amenity I was not willing to sacrifice while on the road was showering. This is the main part of the van that I live in. I do everything in bed. I always say, if I did it, you can do it. Hi, I'm Casey. Come check out my van.
Yeah, Casey. See, Casey's financially responsible. Most of the young ladies that are Casey's age, they will never do this. And also Casey's clean. There's a lot of van people, they're not very clean like that. So Casey, you can tell, she's smart. She knows that it doesn't make any sense to blow $3,000 on rent when she can live in an awesome van like this one. You know, she's figured it out. What Casey cares about is also freedom. She's financially responsible. And some of the goods that she's going to care about are goods that last very long. Because she lives in such a tiny space, this van here, she doesn't have enough space to be buying things that she doesn't really need. So if you're in the space of targeting people like Casey, your ad messaging has to appeal to things that she cares about, like quality. Does the product last long? You know, all these things, right? Because she wants to keep that product for as long as possible, and that product still maintains its quality. That's what she really cares about. Well, she's smart. And somebody like Casey will not mind paying a premium for a specific product that she really, really likes that can last very long and is of high quality. I hope you guys got some value from this video. If you're ready to work with the best, and you understand all these things that I just talked about, schedule time. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Let's talk about your strategy. Let's talk about how to increase those conversions. Because this new economy that we're in, Kings, is not easy. Things are going to get worse. Things are going to get rough out here. It's going to be choppy waters. It's the survival of the fittest. Only the strong survive. Schedule time. Talk to you soon.